Hello, City View Women's Ministry. I am Renee Hodes, and I want to encourage you to read the entire part of Hebrews. If you're anything like me, I do chapter by chapter. I want to really absorb everything that I'm reading and just let the Spirit speak through me. And I'm going to read the entire chapter of 4. And if you want to, you can read along. And if you want to listen to my cranky old voice, then that's completely fine too. So let's get started. A Sabbath rest for the people of God. Therefore, since the promise of entering his rest still stands, let us be careful that none of you be found to have fallen short of it. For we also have had the gospel preached to us, just as they did. But the message they heard was of no value to them, because those who heard did not combine it with faith. Now we have believed, enter that rest, just as God has said. So I declared an oath in my anger, they shall never enter my rest. And yet his work has been finished since the creation of the world. For somewhere he has spoken about the seventh day in these words, and on the seventh day God rested from all his work. And again in the passage above he says, they shall never enter my rest. It still remains that some will enter that rest, and those who formerly had the gospel preached to them did not go in because of their disobedience. Therefore God again set a certain day, calling it today, when a long time later he spoke through David, as was said before, today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts. For if Joshua had given them rest, God would not have spoken later about another day. There remains then a Sabbath rest for the people of God. For anyone who enters God's rest also rests from his own work, just as God did from his. Let us, therefore, make every effort to enter that rest, so that no one will fall by following their example of disobedience. For the word of God is living and active, sharper than any double-edged sword. It penetrates even to dividing soul and spirit, joints and marrow. It judges the thoughts and attitudes of the heart. Nothing in all creation is hidden from God's sight. Everything is uncovered and laid bare before the eyes of him to whom we must give account. Therefore, since we have a great high priest who has gone through the heavens, Jesus the Son of God, let us hold firmly to the faith we profess. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but we have the one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet was without sin. Let us then approach the throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Ladies, thank you so much for listening to me read Hebrews chapter 4. I'm so excited to be on this adventure with you, and I cannot wait for this Bible study to start. I am encouraged that every one of you is going to read, and the Spirit is just going to speak through you and speak through the Word, because that is what we are just totally focusing on. So, I'm excited for this, and you're excited for this, so let's get reading.